Today, we're going to talk about something that can change your life forever. It's not a secret formula, it's not a magic pill, and it's certainly not a get-rich-quick scheme. What we're going to discuss is far more powerful, far more transformative, and far more accessible than any of those things. We're going to talk about habits, the force that shapes our lives, molds our destinies, and ultimately determines our success. Now, and I want you to think about your life for a moment. Think about where you are right now and where you want to be. Think about the gap between those 2 points. What's filling that gap? It's not just time, it's not just effort, it's the habits you perform day in and day out. Your habits are the bridge between your dreams and your reality. But here's the thing about habits. They're not always easy to form. They're not always comfortable. In fact, the habits that lead to success are often the ones that feel the most challenging at first. That's why I've titled this talk, Force Yourself to Build Habits That Guarantee Success. Because sometimes that's exactly what it takes. Force. Not external force, mind you, but the internal force of your own will, your own determination, your own commitment to becoming the person you know you can be. Let's break this down. What does it mean to force yourself? It means making a conscious decision to do something even when you don't feel like it. It means pushing past the resistance, the excuses, the rationalizations that your mind conjures up. It means being willing to be uncomfortable in the short term for the sake of long-term growth and success. Now, I'm not talking about forcing yourself to do things that are harmful or against your values. I'm talking about forcing yourself to do the things you know you should do, the things that align with your goals and your vision for your life. Things like waking up early, even when your bed feels so comfortable, reading books that challenge your thinking, even when it would be easier to watch television, exercising regularly, even when you're tired, saving money, even when there's something you want to buy right now. These habits might not seem glamorous. They might not give you an immediate rush of pleasure or excitement, but they are the habits that over time build the foundation for extraordinary success. Let's talk about why habits are so powerful. Habits, my friends, are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. They seem to make little difference on any given day, but the impact they deliver over the months and years can be enormous. Think about it this way. If you can get just one better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get worse each day for 1 year, you'll decline nearly down to 0. What starts as a small win or a minor setback accumulates into something much more. This is why habits are so crucial. Success is not about taking big, dramatic actions. It's about consistently doing the right things, day after day, week after week, year after year. It's about the patience to delay gratification, the discipline to stick to your commitments, and the wisdom to understand that true change happens gradually. Now, I want to address something important here. When I say force yourself, I don't mean that building habits should always feel like a constant struggle. In fact, if you're doing it right, it should get easier over time. The key is to understand the stages of habit formation. At first, when you're trying to establish a new habit, it might feel difficult. It might feel like you're swimming against the current. This is normal. This is your brain resisting change, preferring the comfort of old patterns. But if you persist, if you force yourself through this initial resistance, something magical happens. The habit starts to become automatic. It starts to feel natural. What once required conscious effort now happens almost without thought. This is the power of neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated acts. You're literally changing the structure of your brain through your habits. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to develop the habit of reading for an hour every day. At first, it might feel challenging. You might find yourself easily distracted or struggling to focus for that long. But if you force yourself to stick with it, day after day, something changes. You start to look forward to your reading time. You start to feel restless if you don't get your daily reading in. What was once a chore has become a cherished part of your routine. This is true for any habit you want to develop. Exercise, healthy eating, meditation, productive work habits, they all follow this pattern. The key is to push through the initial resistance, to force yourself to stick with it until it becomes automatic. Now let's talk about how to choose the right habits. Because not all habits are created equal. Some habits have the power to transform your life, while others might just be a waste of time and energy. So how do you know which habits to focus on? The answer lies in understanding your goals and your values. What kind of person do you want to become? What kind of life do you want to live? Your habits should align with these aspirations. They should be the building blocks of the future you envision for yourself. For example, if financial independence is important to you, then habits around saving, investing, and financial education should be high on your list. If health and longevity are priorities, then habits around nutrition, exercise, and stress management should be your focus. But here's a crucial point. Don't try to change everything at once. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to improve their lives is attempting to overhaul everything simultaneously. This approach almost always leads to failure and frustration. Instead, focus on one or two key habits at a time. Master them. Make them a part of your identity. Then, and only then, move on to the next ones. This approach might seem slower, but it's far more effective in the long run. Remember, we're playing the long game here. We're not looking for overnight transformations, we're looking for lasting change. Let's talk about some specific habits that can have a profound impact on your success. These are habits that I've seen transform lives time and time again. They're not flashy, they're not trendy, but they work. First and foremost is the habit of continuous learning. In today's rapidly changing world, your ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is perhaps the most valuable skill you can possess. Make it a habit to read widely, to seek out new information, to challenge your assumptions. The world is changing faster than ever before, and the only way to stay ahead is to keep learning. Develop the habit of setting aside time each day for learning. It could be reading a book, listening to an educational podcast, or taking an online course. The specific medium doesn't matter as much as the consistency. Force yourself to learn something new every single day, no matter how small. Next, let's talk about the habit of goal setting and planning. Many people drift through life without a clear direction. They react to whatever comes their way, rather than proactively shaping their future. Don't be one of those people. Make it a habit to set clear, specific goals for yourself, write them down, review them regularly. But don't stop at goal setting. Develop the habit of planning. Break your goals down into actionable steps. Schedule these steps into your calendar. Treat them with the same level of commitment as you would any other important appointment. Force yourself to stick to your plans, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. Another crucial habit is the habit of taking care of your health. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life and pursue your goals. If you neglect it, everything else becomes more difficult. Make it a habit to prioritize your physical and mental well-being. This means developing habits around regular exercise, healthy eating, and adequate sleep. It means learning to manage stress effectively. It means taking time for relaxation and recreation. These habits might not seem directly related to success, but they provide the foundation upon which all your other efforts are built. Let's not forget the habit of managing your time effectively. Time is the most precious resource you have. Once it's gone, you can never get it back. Successful people understand this and develop habits that allow them to make the most of their time. This might mean developing the habit of waking up early to get a head start on the day. It might mean learning to prioritize your tasks effectively, focusing on the most important things first. It might mean learning to say no to activities that don't align with your goals and values. Force yourself to be mindful of how you spend your time. Track it if necessary. You might be surprised at how much time you're wasting on unproductive activities. Once you're aware of it, you can start to make changes. Another powerful habit is the habit of networking and building relationships. Success rarely happens in isolation. The relationships you build, the connections you make, can open doors and create opportunities that you never imagined. Make it a habit to reach out to people in your field. Attend industry events. Offer help and support to others without expecting anything in return. Build a reputation as someone who adds value to others. These habits might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're introverted, but force yourself to do it anyway. The long-term benefits are immeasurable. Let's talk about the habit of persistence and resilience. Life will throw obstacles in your path. You will face setbacks and failures. The habit of persistence, of getting back up when you're knocked down, is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up. Develop the habit of reframing failures as learning opportunities. When you face a setback, force yourself to ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus on how you can do better next time. This habit of resilience, of bouncing back stronger, is a cornerstone of success. Now I want to address something important. When we talk about forcing yourself to build habits, it's easy to fall into the trap of being too hard on yourself. It's easy to become overly rigid, to beat yourself up when you slip up. But that's not what this is about. Building habits is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about consistency over time, not flawless execution every single day. There will be days when you slip up, when you don't stick to your habits. That's okay. What matters is how you respond to those slip-ups. Develop the habit of self-compassion. When you fall short, don't berate yourself. Instead, acknowledge it, learn from it, and get back on track. This habit of self-compassion, of treating yourself with kindness, even as you push yourself to grow, is crucial for long-term success. Let's talk about the habit of gratitude. In the pursuit of success, it's easy to always be focused on what's next, on what you still need to achieve. But true success, true fulfillment, comes from appreciating what you already have. Make it a habit to express gratitude every day. Force yourself to identify 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This habit shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. It cultivates a positive mindset that attracts more success and happiness. Another powerful habit is the habit of visualization. Many of the world's most successful people attribute part of their success to the practice of visualization. They make it a habit to vividly imagine themselves achieving their goals, feeling the emotions, seeing the details. This isn't just feel-good nonsense. Visualization primes your brain to recognize opportunities that align with your goals. It keeps you motivated when the going gets tough. Force yourself to spend a few minutes each day visualizing your ideal future. Make it as vivid and detailed as possible. Let's talk about the habit of reflection. In our busy lives, it's easy to just keep moving from one task to the next, one day to the next, without ever stopping to reflect. But reflection is crucial for growth and improvement. Make it a habit to set aside time regularly, maybe at the end of each day or each week, to reflect on your progress. What went well? What didn't go as planned? What did you learn? What can you do better next time? This habit of reflection allows you to continually refine your approach and accelerate your progress. Now, I want to address a common obstacle that many people face when trying to build new habits: the influence of their environment. Your environment, the people you surround yourself with, the physical spaces you inhabit, has a profound impact on your habits and behaviors. Develop the habit of consciously shaping your environment to support your goals. This might mean decluttering your workspace to improve focus. It might mean surrounding yourself with people who inspire and motivate you. It might mean removing temptations that derail your good habits. Force yourself to take a hard look at your environment. Is it supporting your goals or hindering them? Make the necessary changes, even if they're uncomfortable in the short term. Let's talk about the habit of taking action. It's easy to get caught up in planning, in learning, in preparing. But at some point, you need to take action. Success comes from doing, not just knowing. Make it a habit to take at least one concrete action towards your goals every single day, no matter how small. Force yourself to move forward even when you don't feel fully ready. Perfect action is often the enemy of good action. Another crucial habit is the habit of financial discipline. Many people sabotage their long-term success through poor financial habits. They spend more than they earn, they don't save or invest, they accumulate debt. Force yourself to develop good financial habits. Live below your means. Save a portion of your income, no matter how small. Educate yourself about investing. These habits might not be glamorous, but they provide the financial foundation that allows you to pursue your bigger goals with confidence. Let's talk about the habit of continuous improvement. The world is changing rapidly, and what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Successful people make it a habit to continually refine their skills, to seek out ways to do things better. Force yourself to regularly assess your skills and knowledge. Where are the gaps? Where could you improve? Then take action to fill those gaps. This habit of continuous improvement keeps you relevant and valuable in an ever-changing world. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with. The habit of focus. In today's world of constant distractions, the ability to focus deeply on important tasks is becoming increasingly rare and increasingly valuable. Develop the habit of creating periods of deep, uninterrupted focus in your day. This might mean turning off notifications on your devices. It might mean using techniques like the Pomodoro method to structure your work time. Force yourself to resist the temptation of distraction and multitasking. The ability to focus deeply is a superpower in today's world. Let's talk about the habit of self-awareness. Many people go through life on autopilot, never really understanding their own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. But self-awareness is crucial for personal growth and success. Make it a habit to check in with yourself regularly. Pay attention to your thoughts and emotions. Notice your reactions to different situations. This habit of self-awareness allows you to identify patterns in your behavior, to understand your strengths and weaknesses, and to make conscious choices about how you want to live and behave. Another powerful habit is the habit of contribution. True fulfillment comes not just from what you achieve for yourself, but from what you contribute to others and to the world. Make it a habit to look for ways to add value to others. This could be through your work, through volunteering, or simply through small acts of kindness in your daily life. Force yourself to step outside of your own concerns and consider how you can make a positive impact on those around you. Let's talk about the habit of embracing discomfort. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. If you always do what's comfortable and easy, you'll never reach your full potential. Develop the habit of intentionally putting yourself in challenging situations. Take on projects that stretch your abilities. Have conversations that make you uncomfortable. Force yourself to face your fears. This habit of embracing discomfort accelerates your growth and expands your possibilities. Now I want to address a habit that's often overlooked but incredibly powerful, the habit of celebration. Many high achievers are so focused on the next goal that they forget to celebrate their victories along the way. But celebration is crucial for maintaining motivation and building confidence. Make it a habit to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Completed a difficult task, celebrate it. Reached a milestone in your goal, celebrate it. Force yourself to acknowledge and appreciate your progress. This habit of celebration keeps you motivated and helps you maintain a positive mindset. Let's talk about the habit of adaptability. In today's rapidly changing world, the ability to adapt quickly to new situations is crucial for success. Those who cling rigidly to old ways of doing things often get left behind. Develop the habit of staying open to new ideas and approaches. When circumstances change, force yourself to reassess and adjust your strategies. This habit of adaptability allows you to thrive in an unpredictable world. Another important habit is the habit of integrity. Success without integrity is hollow. It's easy to cut corners, to compromise your values for short-term gain, but true, lasting success comes from aligning your actions with your values. Make it a habit to act with integrity in all areas of your life. Keep your promises. Be honest even when it's difficult. Force yourself to do the right thing even when no one is watching. This habit of integrity builds trust, strengthens relationships, and provides a solid foundation for long-term success. Let's talk about the habit of patience. In our instant gratification culture, patience is becoming a rare virtue. But most worthwhile achievements take time. Success is often the result of consistent effort over long periods. Develop the habit of patience. Force yourself to stick with your goals and habits even when you're not seeing immediate results. Trust the process. This habit of patience allows you to persevere through the inevitable setbacks and slow periods on the path to success. Now, I want to address a habit that's becoming increasingly important in our hyper-connected world. The habit of digital detox. We're constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and stimuli from our devices. This constant connectivity can fragment our attention, increase stress, and hinder our ability to focus deeply on important tasks. Develop the habit of regularly disconnecting from your digital devices. This might mean setting aside specific times each day where you turn off your phone and computer. It might mean taking a full day each week to unplug completely. Force yourself to be present in the physical world, to engage in face-to-face conversations, to spend time in nature. This habit of digital detox allows your mind to rest and reset. It gives you space for deep thinking and creativity. It helps you maintain perspective on what's truly important in life. In a world where everyone else is constantly connected, your ability to disconnect can become a significant competitive advantage. Let's talk about the habit of mindfulness. Many of us spend our days lost in thought, rehashing the past or worrying about the future. But true effectiveness comes from being fully present in the current moment. Make it a habit to practice mindfulness regularly. This could be through formal meditation or simply by bringing your full attention to whatever task you're engaged in. Force yourself to focus on the present moment, to notice your thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. This habit of mindfulness enhances your focus, reduces stress, and improves your overall well-being. Another crucial habit is the habit of seeking feedback. It's easy to operate in a bubble, to assume we're doing well without seeking outside perspectives. But feedback is crucial for growth and improvement. Develop the habit of regularly seeking honest feedback from others. This could be from mentors, colleagues, or even customers. Force yourself to listen to this feedback without becoming defensive. Look for the kernels of truth, even in criticism that's hard to hear. This habit of seeking and utilizing feedback accelerates your growth and helps you avoid blind. Let's talk about the habit of energy management. Many people focus on time management, but your energy is just as important as your time. You can have all the time in the world, but if you don't have the energy to use it effectively, it won't matter. Make it a habit to manage your energy levels consciously. Pay attention to when you're most alert and productive and schedule your most important tasks for those times. Force yourself to take regular breaks to recharge. This habit of energy management allows you to accomplish more in less time and maintain high performance over the long term. Now, I want to address a habit that's often overlooked but incredibly powerful. The habit of forgiveness. Holding and encourages resentment and anger drains your energy and holds you back from reaching your full potential. Develop the habit of forgiveness both for others and for yourself. When someone wrongs you, force yourself to let go of the anger and resentment. When you make mistakes, force yourself to learn from them and move on rather than dwelling on them. This habit of forgiveness frees up your mental and emotional energy, allowing you to focus on what Let's talk about the habit of curiosity. In a world that's constantly changing, curiosity is a crucial trait for success. It drives innovation, problem solving, and continuous learning. Make it a habit to approach life with curiosity. Ask questions. Explore new ideas. Force yourself to look at familiar situations from new angles. This habit of curiosity keeps your mind sharp and opens up new opportunities. Another important habit is the habit of saying no. Many of us fall into the trap of saying yes to every opportunity or request that comes our way. But success often comes not from what you choose to do, but from what you choose not to do. Develop the habit of saying no to things that don't align with your goals and values. Force yourself to be selective about how you spend your time and energy. This habit of saying no allows you to focus on what's truly important and avoid spreading yourself too thin. Let's talk about the habit of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you know you should do, even when you don't feel like it. It's the foundation upon which all other good habits are built. Make it a habit to practice self-discipline in small ways every day. It could be as simple as making your bed every morning or resisting the temptation to hit the snooze button. Force yourself to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. This habit of self-discipline strengthens your willpower and makes it easier to stick to your other habits. Now, I want to address a habit that's becoming increasingly important in our complex worlds. The habit of systems thinking. Many people focus on individual events or actions, but true success often comes from understanding and optimizing the systems and processes that produce those events. Develop the habit of looking at the bigger picture. When faced with a problem or challenge, force yourself to consider the underlying systems and processes involved. Look for leverage points where small changes can produce big results. This habit of systems thinking allows you to solve problems more effectively and create lasting change. Let's talk about the habit of gratitude. In the pursuit of success, it's easy to always be focused on what's next, on what you still need to achieve. But true fulfillment comes from appreciating what you already have. Make it a habit to express gratitude every day. Force yourself to identify 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This habit of gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. It cultivates a positive mindset that attracts more success and happiness. Another powerful habit is the habit of continuous learning. In today's rapidly changing world, your ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is perhaps the most valuable skill you can possess. Develop the habit of setting aside time each day for learning. It could be reading a book, listening to an educational podcast, or taking an online course. Force yourself to learn something new every single day, no matter how small. This habit of continuous learning keeps you relevant and valuable in an ever-changing world. Let's talk about the habit of resilience. Life will throw obstacles in your path. You will face setbacks and failures. The habit of resilience, of bouncing back stronger after setbacks, is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up. Make it a habit to reframe failures as learning opportunities. When you face a setback, force yourself to ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus on how you can do better next time. This habit of resilience allows you to persevere through challenges and come out stronger on the other side. Now, I want to address a habit that's crucial for long-term success. The habit of balance. It's easy to become so focused on one area of life, often work or business, that other important areas suffer. Develop the habit of regularly assessing and balancing the different areas of your life: career, relationships, health, personal growth, and so on. Force yourself to make time for all these areas, even when work or other pressures are demanding your attention. This habit of balance ensures that your success is sustainable and fulfilling across all aspects of your life. Let's talk about the habit of accountability. It's easy to make excuses or rationalize when we don't follow through on our commitments. But true success comes from holding ourselves accountable. Make it a habit to hold yourself accountable for your actions and results. This might mean sharing your goals with others who can check in on your progress. It might mean regularly reviewing your own performance against your goals and commitments. Force yourself to take full responsibility for your life without blaming circumstances or other people. This habit of accountability drives you to follow through on your commitments and achieve your goals. Another crucial habit is the habit of positive self-talk. The way you talk to yourself has a profound impact on your confidence, motivation, and overall success. Develop the habit of speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement. When you face challenges or setbacks, force yourself to use positive, empowering language in your internal dialogue. This habit of positive self-talk builds your confidence and resilience, allowing you to persist in the face of challenges. Let's talk about the habit of seeking out challenges. Growth happens when we push ourselves beyond our comfort zones. If you always stick to what's easy and comfortable, you'll never reach your full potential. Make it a habit to regularly seek out challenges that stretch your abilities. This could be taking on a difficult project at work, learning a new skill, or setting ambitious goals for yourself. Force yourself to embrace these challenges even when they feel uncomfortable or intimidating. This habit of seeking out challenges accelerates your growth and expands your capabilities. Now, I want to address a habit that's crucial for success in any field, the habit of excellence. Many people settle for good enough, but true success comes from consistently striving for excellence in everything you do. Develop the habit of giving your best effort to every task, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Force yourself to go the extra mile, to pay attention to the details, to produce work that you can be truly proud of. This habit of excellence not only leads to better results, but it also builds your reputation and opens up new opportunities. Let's talk about the habit of flexibility. In our rapidly changing world, rigid thinking and inflexible approaches can quickly become obsolete. The ability to adapt and pivot when necessary is crucial for long-term success. Make it a habit to stay open to new ideas and approaches. When circumstances change, force yourself to reassess your strategies and be willing to change course if necessary. This habit of flexibility allows you to navigate uncertainty and take advantage of new opportunities as they arise. Another important habit is the habit of strategic thinking. Many people get caught up in the day-to-day details of their work or life without taking the time to think strategically about the big picture. Develop the habit of regularly stepping back to consider your long-term goals and the best strategies for achieving them. Force yourself to look beyond immediate concerns and consider the broader implications of your decisions and actions. This habit of strategic thinking helps you make better decisions and achieve your goals more effectively. Let's talk about the habit of self-care. In the pursuit of success, it's easy to neglect your own physical and mental well-being. But neglecting self-care ultimately undermines your ability to perform at your best. Make it a habit to prioritize your own well-being. This includes getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, exercising regularly, and taking time for relaxation and stress management. Force yourself to make these activities non-negotiable parts of your routine, even when you're busy or stressed. This habit of self-care provides the foundation for sustainable high performance in all areas of your life. Now, as we near the end of our discussion, I want to emphasize a crucial point. Building these habits is not about achieving perfection. It's about progress. It's about consistently moving in the right direction, even if you stumble along the way. There will be days when you slip up, when you don't stick to your habits. That's okay. What matters is how you respond to those slip-ups. Do you use them as an excuse to give up entirely? Or do you pick yourself up, learn from the experience, and get back on track? Remember, success is not a destination. It's a journey. It's a process of continuous growth and improvement. The habits we've discussed today are the tools that will help you on that journey. They're the daily practices that, over time, will transform you into the person you aspire to be. So I challenge you today. Choose one habit, just one. Commit to practicing it every day for the next month. Force yourself to stick with it even when it's difficult, even when you don't feel like it. See what changes it brings to your life. And then once that habit becomes second nature, choose another and another. Gradually, step by step, you'll build a foundation of habits that support your success and fulfillment. Remember, the path to success is not about making dramatic overnight changes. It's about the small actions you take every single day. It's about the habits you build, the disciplines you maintain, the standards you uphold. You have within you the power to shape your destiny. You have the ability to create the life you want. But that power, that ability, is activated through your habits. It's activated through the choices you make every single day. So choose wisely. Choose to build habits that serve you, that move you closer to your goals, that make you the best version of yourself. Force yourself to stick to these habits even when it's difficult. Because in the end, your habits will make or break you. They will lead you to success or hold you back from it. The choice is yours. What will you choose? What habits will you build? What kind of life will you create for yourself? The future is waiting. Your potential is waiting. It's time to build the habits that will unlock that potential and lead you to the success you desire and deserve. The journey starts now with the very next choice you make. Make it count.